Alrighty, so in this next video, I'm going to start making everything accessible by screen reader, and I'm also going to just make some adjustments to things and do animation. So for now, what we need to do is we're going to change a few things because I did notice in comparison to Adobe XD and my mockup that I did here, there's a lot more real estate and room in here, and we want to have these two indicators down here have room, and there's really not room for them right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tighten up this submit button here, and then I think I'm going to probably adjust things either by moving things around or just changing the size of things. So I may adjust some of the font sizes here. I really like that this is larger, so I don't necessarily want to change that, but you could see it's the largest. So let's keep that large and make everything like a little bit smaller. So this maybe we'll bring down to 24. And maybe we'll bring this to be 24. Oh, that's 22 already. And then let's see, should we adjust these? I am debating this. So let's move this over. We can get these together. Okay, so let's see. Still a little bit condensed, but looking better slowly here. Make sure that's, oh, did not want to do that. Let's make sure this is over here. So we've got some room for them. I think it could be a little bit better, but we can just do this for now. Maybe I should make this 22. It kind of seems odd to have everything else be 22 and not this. So let's adjust that. You can see it's pretty good. And then maybe move this up a little. Maybe move this up a little bit. Okay, I think I'm comfortable with that for now because we still have space for those things. I just wish there was a little bit more white space. So, okay, for now, let's go ahead and get started on the tab order of things. I'm trying to think of how I would group things though. So actually, let's do the animation piece first. So we want to have this whole card fly in. So what we could do is we could group everything and have it fly in together, or we could do everything separately. So let me think about what I want to do for this. So let's just test it out. If we want to look at the tab order though, so the tab order is going to be the order that the screen reader reads things in. And you can see here, whatever it says at the shape, that's what it's going to read. So it's going to read picture 1, picture 2, hi there. Before you begin, we need some info. We don't want it to read all of that. We don't want it to read everything, and we don't really want it to read what it's saying. So some things we can do, we definitely want to do. I want to group these two because they kind of belong together. And there's no necessarily like right or wrong way to do this. So let's see. So we'll just call this card. And then we have hi there. So let's keep that separate. And then we've got before you begin. And maybe we move this order. It's kind of nice to have like a nice order that makes sense. And then move this down here. And then we've got these two. I don't think, can I move two things at once? No. What a pain. All right. So I'm going to move this down here. We should just do send it back for all these. Just do that. Send this to back. And then obviously we've got to move them up one. I want that to be above that. And then we'll put the submit button. We'll call this submit button. Everyone has different ways of naming things, but you should name things for sure. So text entry BG. Text entry, we can just look. Well, we'll just say email. Enter your email. I don't really want to write all that, but let's copy it. Let's see. And then hi there. So we can go ahead, let's save this really quick. We've got everything in the order that we want it to be. It's named appropriately. Let's look at the tab order here. So see, nothing here is going to update. So let's get rid of all of this actually, because we don't want it to read all of those things. We want to do a custom tab order. So what we want it to read is probably the hi there. So let's go ahead and select that. And then let's do before you begin, obviously. Enter your email. Let's do where is the text entry? Oh, email. And then submit. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. So the order that it's going to go in is hi there. Before you begin, we need this thing. Enter your email. Enter your email. Maybe we'll call this email field. Enter your email field. Submit. Go ahead and save. And I'm going to publish this so that I can go with the screen reader and see what it reads. Hopefully it will go. And we don't want a flash fallback. No. HTML5. Publish. Alrighty, now we want to get the screen reader out. So here is my dilemma. Sometimes I'm like a newbie with the screen readers, so I don't always do this the way that I feel it should probably be done. So I'm going to open this and we'll see what happens. I'm going to close all of these things out. All the things. Let's see if I can get it to work appropriately. I'm going to enable the voiceover. Let's see. Oh.
Welcome to Mac OS. Chrome. Sign in Form 2. Google Chrome. Window. Sign in Form 2. Web content has keyboard focus.
All right, so in order to go through this, you have to tab, which is like not ideal, but you have to tab, and hopefully it will read what I have in there. And if I don't like what any of it's saying with the screen reader, I can change it. So I'm going to go ahead and tab, and hopefully this works.
Application. Hi there. Group.
So it's saying it's a group, which is a little annoying, but we can live with it, I guess.
Before you begin, we need some info. Group.
Also saying, and I feel like these are not a group, but it's saying group.
Enter your email. Group.
Okay.
Edit text. Blank.
And then it says edit text blank, but we wanted it to say something else, and it's not saying what we wanted it to say.
M-E-L.
And then I enter my name.
Submit. Group.
And then it says submit group. All right. So not half bad, not too shabby. Could be better. So what you might want to do in this instance is go back and change some different things in Storyline just so it says something else. But once again, this is not horrific, but it could be better. So I'm done with this for now.
Status menus. Accessibility menu. Chrome. Sign in Form. System preferences. Accessibility features. Table. Voiceover.
All right. Gone. So Mac has built-in screen reader, which is really great. Otherwise, I think you would have to get something like JAWS, but it's just nice because I have this built in. You can make a lot of different adjustments and change things to have it be set to your preferences and settings. So if I come back in here, if I want to go to tab order, I can change some of these different things, but as you could see, for instance, for this text entry field, it wasn't reading the enter your email field. So sometimes it's just really hit or miss. It just depends. You just got to do some testing for that. All right, so this next part, and these aren't part of a group either, and I don't know why I was saying that. That's really bizarre. But anyway, the next piece of this, we're gonna animate everything. And then I'm gonna, the final video, I'll do the little guys down here that indicate how many things you have to fill out yet, and then do the JavaScript stuff. So last piece, animation. So what we want to do is we want to have the card all fly in, and then we want to have this and this piece fly in. So I got a great trick from David Charney, I think it is. Sorry if I butchered your name, David. But he's got this trick that he has some YouTube videos on using the scrolling panel. So you can use this scrolling panel to basically create a mask so that everything will fly in only within this panel itself, and it won't come from like all the way over here in or all the way down here in. It will look like it's coming from like right here in or like right here in, and we want that kind of effect on this. So what I'm going to do is create a scrolling panel for this. Oh my goodness, did you see that? Oh. See, this is the troubles of parallels, and I think it's because I have the scrolling panel thing selected. I'm going to go ahead and draw this scrolling panel. What the heck? Okay. How silly, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and select everything, and we want to put everything in the scrolling panel except for our text box and our enter your email. So let's just like hide these so that we don't accidentally take them with us. And everything else we will grab. We just lock these. Everything else we will grab and put into this scrolling panel. So if we could just inch it into this scrolling panel. I wonder if it has to be above this scrolling panel. No, did it go in? All right, it is in. Okay, so what we want to do now is make the scrolling panel much larger so that we can see everything in here. Goodness, I could have done this in a better way. Okay, but like, let's just get it inside here for a second. Okay, and oh my goodness. Okay, it's been a long week, I will tell you what. So let's get this stuff in here. Oh, tedious. It is tedious. And maybe for a second I'll group everything. No, I can't. Okay. And I probably should make this maybe bigger. I wonder if that's good. Okay, so for our scrolling panel, dang, I gotta move everything up a little. That stinks. Oh. We have space here, and we don't want space, or else you're gonna be able to like actually scroll on it. So one of the things I learned about this, so you're gonna see, I think possibly, is it looks like it's not there because it really isn't. But if we move, we don't want that weird motion. I mean, I guess it's not really that weird with a form like this, but in general, like it just feels a little bizarre. So what I have to do is somehow adjust this without ruining what we want it to look like. Because we want it to give this appearance of flying in from this little part. Oh, it's gonna do it. No. And And then my little hand went all the way up there. Okay. I mean, it's really not that bad. It's just like you want it to be perfect. But you can spend forever making something perfect and no one will care. And no one will care about this. All right. So let's just leave it as is for now. I think that is possibly far enough off that we won't see it, but like let's just move it over a little more. Okay. And then it's not necessarily in the center of the screen, so let's like move it down here. Maybe up a little. And then let's see where where these guys are. Below everything. All right, that's not okay. Not okay. Let's move them above everything. All right. Next up, we have to animate the stuff. So let's go back and get rid of these. I mean, hide them. And we want this to fly in. So scrolling panel, let's just have everything fly in. And you could do all kinds of crazy animations with this if you so choose. But I'm honestly just gonna have it fly in. If I did a motion path, it might be cooler. But for time's sake, let's just have this stuff fly in. So it's gonna fly in when the timeline starts. That's what this means. If we had motion paths on stuff, we could make it kind of ease in and look real cool, and we could add some like other effects to it at the same time. But this is good enough, I think. So let's go see this, view this, and see what happens. Okay, let's try that again. And you can see it kind of looks, it doesn't look too bad. It looks kind of like the card comes in before everything else though, and that's not great. So really it's like all about playing around with things. I don't know why stuff like that happens. I just don't. It's probably because it's in a group. Yep. All right, we gotta undo the group stuff. Let's go into the group. Let's put it on the inside of these things, not on the group itself. So we do fly in. Let's do 50. I think I did 50 for everything. Fly in, 50, and then it's already coming from the bottom, so that's okay. And then if I want to see what I do, fly in 50. Okay, now let's try this again and see if it's more cohesive. No, what the heck? What is this? Oh, okay, let's see what it looks like if we publish it. And honestly, it would never take this long to do a lot of stuff. A lot of it's just me talking through things, and that also adds time to things. And just like trying to perfect things in general is like not ideal. But it's the core things like making sure your stuff's accessible, making sure you have your design right ahead of time, and then getting to that point. So it does this weird thing where some of this, it looks like the text and the submit button are all lagging behind everything else. So maybe I will try to ungroup this just to see. And I may like be fine with this if it wasn't for the fact that I'm just now curious as to what the heck's happening. Like I probably wouldn't care that much. So let's preview this because it's not just in the preview thing. It's still doing it. Like what could that be? That's so weird. Well, the world may never know. The world may never know. Okay. So we're not going to keep those in a group anymore. All right. I think this is fine. It's fine. Okay, so we've got that flying in. Then after that flies in, we want to have our text entry field fly in. And of course, we want to do the same thing with this because we want it to look like our prototype. So what I'll do with this, we'll do the more magical times of scrolling panels. And I've never had two at once, so we'll see how this goes. It could be just a disaster. So let's see what happens. Match that. And then we gotta move these ones up. Or actually move this down. Okay. Grab these. And then now they're in, oh, they are not into our scrolling panel. So much effort to put these into this scrolling panel. Maybe I need to turn my other scrolling panel off and then put these back. Go into the scrolling panel. How do you get this stuff into the scrolling panel? Okay. Now it's in the scrolling panel. Oh my gosh, so much work. Okay, so then we want this stuff to also fly in, but from the side. And possibly what we should do is just move this in a little bit more. Oh goodness, or move these over. Okay. Are these even aligned? At this point, we can barely even tell. All right, so let's do these. So we want these, let's move this over here. And I wonder if that will move everything over. Yeah, okay. So we'll take all these and we'll do a fly in. And we'll do this from the left. And we'll do that at 50. But of course, we want this to be over a little. And maybe the timing will change, who knows? Let's see what happens. All right, please work. Yay, that was pretty good. It could go faster. I feel it could definitely go faster. And maybe we want the like enter your email to come a little bit behind this. I don't know. Let's see. These could be a little different. Or maybe we want the vice versa, the text. The text and then the field. Okay, let's get this back and then move this. Fancy. I feel that's very fancy. All right, so this concludes our second video. Next video, we'll put in the little buttons down here. We'll duplicate everything and we will add the JavaScript in. All right, almost there.